Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, do we have a show for you today? Expert projects 41,000% surge for XRP. So guys, let's get to it. So guys, for all of us that have been following this XRP ecosystem, I think one thing that we can all agree on, it feels like something is about to happen and big really soon. Well, guys, we are not the only ones. We have heard a chorus of technical analysis folks coming out there and literally singing the praises of what can happen to XRP. And boy, the confluence is amazing. Now, guys, just check this article out right over here. Expert projects 41,400%. XRP surged to over $150 plus on the back of a full log follow-up. Listen to this right here. Now, this is not the occasional, guys, I normally don't even follow this guy for what he has to say. Normally, we're seeing guys like Dark Defender, eGreg Crypto, Captain, Ferric, and all these other TA guys. Here is another one that has literally joined the choir. Now listen to this. A prominent market analysis, Javin Marks, suggests XRP is on the verge of a surge that could lead to a 41,400% increase, potentially driving its value to over $150. Now Marks disclosed this on X while spotlighting XRP's historical price movements. Notably, XRP has experienced significant price fluctuations since its launch. It reached an all-time high of approximately $3.30, actually guys, about $3.84 during the 2017-2018 bull run. Following this peak, XRP entered a prolonged consolidation phase, characterized by lower highs and relatively stable lows. This formed a descending triangle pattern on the logarithmic chart. The pattern has been developing over several years, and Marks believes XRP is now poised to break out of this formation. Listen to this here. The chart presents two major patterns: a descending triangle that has contained XRP's price movements for years and a smaller symmetrical triangle within it. The smaller symmetrical triangle indicates a tight trading range, suggesting that a breakout is imminent. And here's his tweet right here. XRP's literally looking to be on the brink of a massive bullish breakout and has just recently tested one. With continued market strength, this can successfully happen and open up room with a full logarithmic follow-through for an over 41,400% run to $150. Now, guys, you're seeing what he's seeing right here. And one thing I want to point out is this. In the 2017 to the 2018 bull run that we had back there, do you know what the percentage increase was? It was over 60,000% for XRP, from 0.006 to that $3.84. Guys, it has happened before. And what these TA guys are saying, and how many have literally come out and compared and looked over and said, listen, history doesn't repeat, but boy, is it ever rhyming. You would think all these guys were at the same choir practice, basically they're singing the same song, and they're pointing back to 2017, saying that this bull cycle looks like that one did right there. Now listen to this here. Marks pointed to a recent test of the upper boundary of the descending triangle. This test shows that XRP is on the cusp of a bullish breakout. If such a breakout occurs, it could lead to a significant price surge. Marks projects potential increase of over 41,400%. Guys, I'm telling you, life changing should that happen, pushing the price of XRP over 150 bucks. How many of us would literally be absolutely gobsmacked to see that happen? I'm sure we would. Now, XRP, to achieve this dramatic rise, continued market strength is essential. The analyst prediction lies on the assumption of a full logarithmic follow-through, which means that the historical price action, when viewed on a logarithmic scale, suggests a pattern of exponential growth. However, while bullish sentiments remain prevalent, some market participants doubt the possibility of a surge to $150. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, you just go back and you read all the posts back on Reddit and all this back then in the 2017 run. Do you know how many people absolutely doubted that XRP could do anything significant just like they do today? And it just tinkered along there, and how many people literally capitulated? And then all of a sudden, bang, did it ever shoot off, and like a rocket ship, literally leaving people in the dust. I mean, they could not believe what they were seeing. And a $6,000 investment in the beginning of 2017 translated into a $3.84 million profit at the end of that run. Now, that is mind-bending, but it happened. It was a historical and is a historical fact. Now, XRP must rally by an astonishing 24,349% from its current position to hit this price level. Also, a $150 price would translate to an ambitious XRP market cap of $8.2 trillion. And there are people out there, literally, it makes me laugh in a way, because they say, oh, how could that possibly be? The entire crypto market is only worth $2.5 trillion. How in the world could one asset alone be worth 8.2? Guys, they don't even understand the global money supply. They don't. And I have gone over this again and again. You know, back in 1975, you would not have even imagined at that time that one company would be worth the entirety of the New York Stock Exchange. But you know what, guys? It happened. It happened with Apple. The first one. Now look at NVIDIA. Multiple trillions of dollars, right? You know, things like that. And this, when people say that this can't happen, hey, do you know the global money supply for just real estate alone is over 360 trillion? Hey, you got Larry Fink out there saying, hey, we need the next evolution of these equity markets is the tokenization of securities, not the securitization of tokens, guys, the tokenization of securities. Do you know when he said that, all markets around the wide world were only worth 89.2 trillion. Now you think you just tokenize a few of those into this. Do you realize how that could happen with real world asset tokenization that they're talking about? 8.2 trillion, guys, these markets and some of these ecosystems could be into the decatrillions. Really, they could. When you think about the tokenization of basically the global economy, it is massive. Now, current position and recent performance. While recent data supports the possibility of a bullish breakout, how high can XRP go remains unknown. XRP currently trades, and at the time of this writing, at 61.35 after a notable 60% price surge from the low of the 38.24 recorded on July 5th. The latest rally receives support from the Ichimoku, oh my goodness, I can't pronounce that, which indicates a strong bullish trend. The conversion line lies above the baseline, suggesting momentum is in favor of the bulls. Additionally, the price is spiked above the leading span A and B, from which form the cloud. And they're showing us here, right here, how it is. And for those guys that are really up on TA, you will understand this in ways the rest of us won't. But guys, suffice it to say, we are seeing some major deals that are happening here on XRP. And you got a lot of technical analysts out there, and they're singing that same song all the way back. And boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, should we see this bang, it will be on like Donkey Kong. Now, guys, check this article out right here. XRP's galactic journey to $3. Just a little start, guys. Highs look certain as mega whales stack up aggressively. Guys, they're saying it's almost a certainty. Now listen to this down here. Substantial moves by large investors often signal impending shifts in the crypto market. Recently, Ripple's XRP has caught the attention of these deep-pocketed investors, commonly known as whales. This remarkable surge in interest could fuel a mind-blowing moonshot for the industry's 8th largest cryptocurrency. Popular crypto analyst Ali remarked in a July 23 post on X that whales amassed over 140 million XRP, roughly $84 million. This enormous acquisition indicates bullish sentiment among whales. And guys, that is just in the last few days. Now, I throw this supposition out to you. If these whales that are literally putting deca millions into XRP, and we know that they have been accumulating for the entirety of this bear market, do you think that they're honestly worried about these investments down the road long term? Guys, I don't believe so. I do not think so. I don't think you think so either. Here you have people out there fighting you and I to prevent us from putting in our hundreds and our thousands into XRP while they themselves gobble it up like no tomorrow. Do you realize in that last dip when XRP went down to that 38.23 cents in that a lot of the smaller wallets, the wallets holding 10,000 or less, literally capitulated, got absolutely terrified by what was happening, and they sold. And they probably, a lot of them sold at a loss. And you know who were waiting in the wings to gobble that up? All of these whales, they just accumulate it like crazy. They literally were, it was like throwing chum to sharks. It was a bloodbath and a feeding frenzy for these whales. Guys, look down the road. Don't let your emotions take over. You do your research. Don't let them fud you out by what they throw in there in the comments and what they say about this, that, and the other thing, and on and on and on. When Judy and I look at these things, guys, for us, I can't tell you what you should do, but I'll tell you what we're doing. We're buying, that's for sure, because we see down the road, and these big time dips, to us, those are opportunities. Now, you want to see an opportunity coming up? Check this out. Ripple CEO predicts when SEC war against XRP would end. Wow. Now, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has indicated that the protracted legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission may soon reach its conclusion. In fact, guys, a lot of folks are believing before the end of this month it could be all over. Now, Brad Garlinghouse himself, you know, here they're talking about when he was asked the protracted lawsuit would end, Garlinghouse said very soon. But we know that earlier on he had said September that this whole thing could be put to bed. Is that long of a wait for those of us that have been in this space waiting for literally what, years since this thing was done? Guys, I was buying XRP way before this lawsuit was ever slapped on Ripple. And so I'll tell you what, we have been just doing what we've been always doing, just stacking our bags, because one day we believe this is going to end. And guys, all that time, when you have Max Kaiser and all the rest of these Bitcoin maxis all coming out saying, oh yeah, XRP for certain is going to get designated as a security. What happened, guys? Never happened. Then what was the narrative? Oh my goodness, well, the SEC is absolutely going to appeal that. It's going to get tossed out. Well, what happened to the SEC? That whole appeal that they tried to throw down, that got tossed out. Now they're saying, well, for sure that Ripple is going to get slapped down heavy in a big, massive fine. The SEC themselves have come out and said, hey, maybe not the $2 billion that we originally asked for. Maybe something more like $100 million is appropriate. Ripple's come out and said maybe $10 million. Guys, this thing is going to get settled. It's either going to get settled with Judge Annalisa Torres or they are going to settle it together. But I do believe when it's done, it is over. And right now we are seeing major legislation going through the House with the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act being passed through the House. 71 Democrats literally crossed the floor to support that Republican bill. Now it's over there in the Senate. It is one of the biggest hot topics in this election cycle. Guys, I don't believe that thing's going to get rejected. I think it's going to get approved, and they're going to wrench right out of the SEC their jurisdiction over this space because they are not going to tolerate regulation by enforcement any longer. Why, guys? Regulatory clarity is coming. And when that comes, man, is it going to blast off in ways this space. I really believe that. Why do I believe it? Because we know that that is where they're basically moving us into a new digital economy and financial system. And don't kid yourself. You have got Ripple, one of the biggest unicorns, worth well over 15 billion, hasn't even IPO'd, connections to the IMF, the Bank of International Settlements, the World Economic, and by the way, even our own Federal Reserve. Guys, don't let them buffalo you. Look down the road at where we're going technologically, and you can see the handwriting on the proverbial wall. And I'll tell you what, Judy and I have got that ticket, and boy, are we ready to take that thing and blast right through this atmosphere, all the way past the moon, and as I love to say, straight through Jupiter. So guys, having lived through a prior bull run, one thing I can tell you with absolute certainty, you are going to thank yourself that you took the time to get your plan in place. And what our coaching program offers, that is where you and I can meet personally, one-on-one, for 1 hour over Zoom. And during that time, I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls we did. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy. We can even get your assets off an exchange and onto a hardware wallet, along with delivering to you some amazing techniques that are really going to help you in this space. Now, the cost of that is $250, and if that's something that interests you, you write me right there at coaching@thedigitaloutlook.com, and we'll get y'all booked in. So guys, I truly hope that you enjoyed today's video, and as always, it's not financial advice, it's just my 2 cents. Hit the like and subscribe and drop your comments right down there in the comment section, and I'll catch you in the next one.